Everything in our life is affected by art. The homes we live, the clothes we wear, the car we drive. Hello guys, this is not my word. This is a word from my teacher, Myrlan Coleman. She is my favorite teacher. And I know her more than 2 years. And I wanted to interview her. And I asked too many times and finally she said yes. So I interviewed her. And I learned a lot from her, sorry, and a lot of techniques I learned from her, and she is very amazing teacher, and she is teaching almost 49 years in Weatherford College, and she told some about everything she know, and I'm happy like I'm her student and I learned a lot from her. So she gave me the one of the newspaper and I learned a lot from the newspaper too. And she really don't like social media. One day I asked her, do you like social media? And she told me, like, I used to put my work at the social media, then somebody copied my work and that's not good. Then I took it off from the social media. So she really don't like that much social media, and I asked her like from where I can learn more like art technique and about all of those, and she told me like you can learn more from past like 14, 15, 16, 17, 1800 from artists. She also told me you can learn from here too, but you can learn more from the past. And I guess guys, you will enjoy the interview and enjoy the video. And if you guys new here, please consider to subscribe and like and share with your family and friends. Thank you guys. Like from
My
where?
mother was an artist. My sister was in art. It was just sort of a family thing. My sister became a really good interior designer. My mother had studied medicine, but then she did art as a sideline, so she was very right and left brained. And I thought that what I would do would be to go into the world of commercial art and advertising. And then when I got out of school, I had a professor at the University of Texas who was real interested in me, and he helped me, and he got a one-man show in Fort Worth, and the lady who was head of the department here saw it and contacted the president, and they called and asked if I would come here. And I had no courses in education.
What year was it? One man show?
I'm not really sure. I know I started in 1969, so it was probably the summer before.
You started in 1969?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what is your favorite medium?
Whatever I'm doing. If I'm working in clay, that's what I love. If I'm drawing, that's what I love. If I love oil painting. I have in my office a lot of watercolor, primarily because I always do the cards for the Weatherford College for Christmas.
Okay.
Do acrylic because I like to work wet into wet. A lot of people like the painting to dry right quickly. I really love the blending techniques you can get with
Oil,
wet into
not in
wet.
acrylic.
But I like acrylic too. I just,
Just,
mhm.
I mean,
Depends on.
yeah, difference. Okay. Like when you.
I think the more you do, the more you learn. And and I'm talking all the time. You learn when it turns out good, you learn when it doesn't. I think learning is the whole thing, being open-minded, willing to accept. What I think holds some people back is when they think they already are at that point and they know it all, and they're closed-minded to any other suggestions. I think that your style may change. If you look back through history, most artist styles continue to change and develop, and I don't think that's bad. 1800s, I love the Impressionists, really, because that's not something I've been able to do really well. I've tried, and I love Impressionism. From the 1900s, that's difficult.
One question, like
Prehistoric art?
yeah, prehistoric art. So we don't recognize those artists' name, right? We don't know them.
No, because we don't know. I mean, you know, that was art before writing.
Yeah.
But they were wonderful artists. So we know without a doubt that there's something within all of us that wants us to be able to be creative. I mean, we're not just analytical, we're also creative. With what you have, you can always build on that. But there are some things, like I have some brushes that I've had forever because they're the best. But, you know, just basic tack-along brushes for watercolor will work. Basic bristle brushes for oil painting will work, as long as you know the bristles aren't coming out, you know. Just check them before you buy them. It's very difficult. A lot of times it's being at the right place at the right time, or you gain acclamation and a lot of acclaim when you win a prestigious prize. It helps when you've published articles, because then you're recognized in the world of art, not just the online type thing.
Okay.
In academia, it helps. I love teaching. You know, and I know you don't get rich teaching, but I love sharing what I have. A lot of people will develop a technique, like I've taught you some, and they don't want anybody to know how they did that the easy way, because then everybody can do it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's different when you're looking at selling art for a living. I'd probably starve to death. But I do sell a lot. But it's very different doing that and teaching. And if you go the gallery route, I would suggest every artist have a business course, so they know what to look for in a contract, so that they know how to check on their paintings and make certain they're not put in the storeroom somewhere. Because they take such a huge percentage of the profit. If you had either a partner in life or something that was one who could promote your work, and I've had friends that have done really well because they were married to someone who was gifted in promoting work, and they used various avenues. Where you get the big money is when you have big shows, you know.
Big show is big money? What does that mean?
I mean, you demand
Okay.
bigger prices when you have a bigger recognized show.
Okay.
You know.
So do you have any work in the museum? Like any? No.
Several.
Like museum, not gallery.
I have one in the permanent collection of the University of Texas at Austin.
Okay.
I have one that won a purchase prize from TWU and went to the governor's mansion in Texas. It burned in the fire, I think, when the governor's mansion burned.
Burned in the fire.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the art is gone.
Uh-huh. But it was real, I had one that hung in the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the United States Senate, of the United States House of Representatives in his outer office for several years when Jim Wright was Speaker.
Wow. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you.
One last question is that
If you're going into education, you need to get the academic background.
yeah, but some
But
people,
if you're going to do nothing but just try to make a living off of art, I couldn't answer that. I don't know, because there's some people that say, well, I don't like math. But I think math helps you with everything. They say, I don't like government, but you have to know government if you're going to be a part of this country. You have to know how the government works. You have to know how to pay, what to look for when you're paying taxes. You need to know how to elect responsible representatives. It's something we need. They say, I don't like history. You need to know history because we need to understand the mistakes that have happened in the past, or we're bound to repeat them. We need to know these things. So I don't like writing. Well, writing is creative. Painting is like writing but with a brush. I mean, if you don't like one, it's hard not to like the other. And I just don't see, to me, the more you can learn, the more you have the ability to learn. And I don't see the purpose of deciding you don't want to learn something.
you always can improve yourself in one level to other level.
And there are courses that of course you may not like, but if you can learn something, then I think they're beneficial.
Some people think
For the help of some of my professors at UT that promoted me, I wouldn't have this job, because I would never have had that show. I would never have known that I wanted to teach.
But you didn't like that time?
Sometimes it helps you meet the right people as well.
Yeah.
Boy, it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining hard. Yeah, it is black. And yeah, pretty much it. Do you have something to say for be a good people, or for be a good artist, or be a
I can tell you how much I appreciate you, and the fact that you're always open and willing to listen. And if I could have all students like that,
just happiness.
it would, it would be, it would just be wonderful. But you do have people who are real. They've been told how great they are, which is great, but they don't want to. They don't want to learn something because they want to stay right where they are,
Yeah.
and they want to cover and not open.
Yeah. There is still.
You don't have to accept everything, but if you can listen and then take from that whatever could be beneficial, that's good.
I can tell you something too. I'm happy not only because of you, but you are one of them, because I'm happy, because you help me out to find it who I am, I guess. So you help me out. Not only you, that's what I'm saying, but
lots.
you are one of them. I have
Thank
two,
you.
three.
Thank you.
One of my uncle, back home, he after my mom died, he take care of everything to me, a friend. Suggestion, good suggestion every single time. Here is I showed you the Chico.
Mhm.
And other one of the friend, her name is Tammy. She's 54 years old. She's one of the good friend too. It's like, you know, I mean, they're always just positive, you know.
Uh-huh.
So if
Uh-huh.
something positive, it goes, I guess, it's better.
Well, everybody has negative experiences. You just don't escape that.
Yeah.
There's
And
some
we'll experience later on
awful-
too. Yeah.
I mean, terrible things can happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
of
don't
course.
ever be a part of anything terrible. Just make your
Yeah.
life really positive
Yeah.
and make it do something good for the world. Whatever it is, whether it's art or just smiling or
Yeah.
being a friend or
You know what?